nice meeting you. Which variant is correct? That all depends on time. Are you referring to meeting somebody yesterday, today, or tomorrow? That all depends, because at the early stages of English, we often confuse to meet or meeting. There are many ways to be polite when introducing yourself. That's pretty simple stuff, right? The better your English is, the better first impression you make for sure. Is it a job interview? It's kind of important, right? You go to a place, you fill out the resume, the CV, the application, what have you, and you sit down with somebody. You want to make a great first impression. And sometimes the very first thing that we say is not exactly correct. So make that very good, very, very positive first impression, and maybe you'll get that next new job. Hey, often the use of adverbs play an important part in everyday speech as well. Nice to meet you is used when you first meet someone, when you're first introduced. So in this case, hi, nice to meet you. You shake someone's hand, and you now are waiting for something they're going to say. Remember that in introductions, sometimes in greetings, if you take greetings as a total category in English, often we repeat what the previous person said. So if I were to meet someone right now and I said, hey, it's nice to meet you, it's okay for you to repeat that in a similar way. You might say, it's nice to meet you too. You see, shake their hand. It's nice to meet you too. We do that with, hey, good evening. Good evening. How are you? We might follow that up with another expression. But the idea is, how do we introduce ourselves for the very first time? And don't be afraid. Normally, it's not a good idea to repeat what the other person says, but when it comes to greetings, it's okay to do that in either an exact way or a very similar way and add maybe a little intonation. The term nice meeting you is used after meeting someone. You wouldn't walk up to someone and say, hi, it's nice meeting you. It's not correct. Don't do that. It's much better to say, it's nice to meet you for the first time. The use of tenses also plays an important part. So I'm going to give you some examples for meeting in the past. I wanted to meet him, but he was not at the office yesterday, so we didn't meet. Now, why is this important about meeting somebody? Very often at the early stages of English, students have a challenge with the tenses. So should I say to meet, which is an infinitive statement, or would I say to be meeting? And this is where the confusion comes in, often with early learners. So to be meeting is probably not the best English. I am meeting someone today. I am meeting someone tomorrow. That's okay. Nothing wrong with that at all. But when we're talking about something that we want, yes, especially in what want is a state verb, then it's important to think about how we often refer to certain statements, especially in colloquial speech or collocations. Another example, I tried to meet with her, but she was not at the party last night. Do not say, I tried to be meeting. I tried to meeting with her. Don't do that. I tried to meet her, but I didn't. It was nice meeting him yesterday. We did meet. I wouldn't say it was nice to be meeting. I wouldn't say it was nice to meet him. I might do that, but when we do meet someone, we often use ing with the word meet. It was nice meeting her last night, so we did meet. I could say I was happy to meet her last night. We can do that. It's okay, but it's not the best English. The idea is, how do most people speak in English? What is a very common collocation to use when we meet someone for the first time or at other times? here are some meeting in the present examples. Hello, it's nice to meet you for the very first time. You would not say, hello, it's nice to be meeting you. I could say it's nice to finally meet you. We'll talk about that in a second. But here's the first time we met, right? So, it's nice to meet you. And you would say, it's nice to meet you too. Too, T-O-O. I've tossed in an adverb there, right? To emphasize that statement. Hello, it's nice to finally meet you. Only spoken by phone in the past. So, in this context, it's nice to finally meet you. We've never met face to face. Now, after meeting, for the first time examples. It was nice meeting you today as we are departing. So, when we first meet someone, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you too. You see, we go back and forth like that. And after we're finished with our meeting or discussion, whatever it is, okay, I'm leaving now. I have another scheduled appointment. It was very nice meeting you. I could say, it was nice to meet you today, but that's less common in everyday speech. It was nice meeting you this afternoon. It was nice meeting you too. It was nice meeting with you yesterday. We had a meeting yesterday, right? Meeting in the future examples. Hey, I hope to meet you next week. So, I hope to meet you. Do not say, I hope to be meeting you next week. It's terrible English. Don't do it, okay? I hope to meet you next week because we've never met face-to-face, but maybe it's an email, maybe it's a phone conversation. I'll finally meet you tomorrow. We have never met face-to-face. Looking forward, another great expression. I'm looking forward to meeting you. Examples. Hey, I'm looking forward to meeting you tomorrow. So looking forward is another great way to invite. It's very inviting when you use that term because we've never met. Hey, he's looking forward to meeting with us next week. It's a scheduled event, right? So looking forward to meeting. I would not say I am looking forward to meet you. I wouldn't do that. Hey, I'm looking forward to meeting. This is a true collocation when we say look forward to meeting you. Remember that verb patterns play an important role in everyday English. Hey, ask your teacher to help you with more examples, worksheets on the subject of introductions. It's very important in the English language. Work with your teacher and remember that blended learning is the best. What is blended learning? That is when your teacher allows you to study at home, maybe by videos like this, and then come back and work with the teacher and offer to the teacher what you have learned. I want to thank you for joining me today. Have fun with English.